Hi, Quadcopter 101 here. A lot of people have asked me to do a review, a comparison review of the Syma X12 versus the Cheerson CX10, and that's what I plan to do today. They look similar, somewhat similar, but they perform very differently, and I wanted to go over that with today's review. Now, I have done reviews on the Cheerson CX10. The CX10 is mainly intended for indoor flight, although you can fly it outdoors, and it flies outdoors very well if you keep things in mind, like it can build up a drift based on the wind that you can counter by landing it temporarily to let the accelerometers reset. But overall, it's very maneuverable quadcopter, the CX10. Has nice yaw rate on it, very fast yaw rate. You can do funnels very well with this. However, the Syma X12, the yaw rate on this is somewhat slower. It doesn't do funnels as well, it doesn't maneuver as well. But what it makes up for that is that it is very powerful, a very fast quadcopter, and the transmitter that comes with it is relatively powerful too. So this is a great outdoor flyer, even in the wind. You take this out on a windy day, it's not going to happen. This is just going to blow away. This one here can fight the wind. Also, the transmitting range on the CX10 is somewhat limited. You're not going to be able to fly in large open fields and expect to maintain control of the quadcopter. You can lose control of this relatively easy if it gets far away from you. This one here, the transmitter that comes with this is very good in itself, very good range, but what's even better is you can actually fly this also with the X5C transmitter to get even finer control on the quadcopter. Don't expect it to do funnels like the CX10 can or be as maneuverable as the CX10, but you can go out and have a lot of fun doing high-speed passes and high-speed runs with this particular quadcopter. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate today. Demonstrate both, show what they can do, and show their limitations, and show their benefits over one over the other. Again, this one is, in a nutshell, this one's much more maneuverable. It's a great indoor flyer. This one is a great outdoor flyer, but a terrible indoor flyer. So, because of the low yaw rate, you're going to bump into things if you try to fly this indoors. This one here is easily flown indoors. It was made to fly indoors. It seems like this one, again, was made primarily to fly outdoors. Okay, so let's go fly it and see how they compare. Okay, we'll start with the Syma X12. I'm going to use the X5C controller. I just prefer to use it with this little thing. It's much more enjoyable to fly. These are only $12. If you don't have one and you've got a lot of Syma products, I recommend getting one of these controllers here. I'm going to go right to high rate on the quadcopter and give it a hand toss. Now this one, like I said, can fly far. I better keep it close so you can see it. But it can fly very far there, as you saw. I took it out. Let's bring it down low. Now, again, I'm in high rate mode, and this is the yaw rate of it. Okay, you can't, if you try to fly like that indoors with that yaw rate, you're going to bump into things. I mean, you need a big room to fly this, or flying it very slowly. That's about the only way you can fly this. I mean, it's not very maneuverable. Not maneuverable at all. Don't expect to be doing funnels with this. You can do funnels with the CX10 very easily, but this one here, that's not going to happen with this one. But it is a good outdoor flyer, and it is very fast outdoors. Here, I'll send it way down the road and bring it by for flight. Now when you go in high speed like that, in high rate, if you pick up the speed, it can do some fun things, but that's about its biggest benefit is it's fast and it has range. Okay, so again, outdoors, you can fly this outdoors great. It's easy to fly outdoors, but indoors, forget it. It's not an indoor flyer. Not unless they improve that yaw rate on it. I know this is, now keep in mind, being a nano quad, you're probably having a hard time seeing this, so let's bring it in closer. That's as hard as it can turn. And that's with full rudder and full roll at high rate. Let's go to low rate. In low rate here, it's not much better. Actually, maybe it's even a little bit closer at low rate. But that's the Syma X12. Again, outdoor flying mainly. Indoor flying, no. I don't recommend it. So let's go into flying the CX10 now and compare the CX10 flight performance with its counterpart here, the Syma X12. And now I wanted to show you one thing. This little CX10 can do funnels very well. And also by doing these funnels, that kind of counters the accelerometers getting weird inputs. You know, that drift. So if you do funnels every once in a while, that can actually counter the drift. But it does excellent funnels. And it's a very maneuverable little quadcopter, as you can see here. Great indoor flyer, but also outdoor if you keep in mind that its accelerometers may pick up a drift if there's a wind. And the way to counter that is to either do funnels, and it's not hard to do funnels. Forward pitch, full left turn, rudder, or forward pitch, full right rudder, and you're doing funnels. The CX10. Now notice I haven't had to counter that drift yet. If I just fly around like this, let's see if I can show you what happens with that drift if I actually encounter it. The wind seems to have stopped. Now have I shown you flips? This does flips very well. The CX10. You press down the right stick and tell it which direction to flip by pushing right or back. Now, doing flips kills battery, so I'm not going to do very many of those, but it does flips, as you can see. I'm going to have some power to fly around. But again, this is great backyard flyer, great small park flyer, or an indoor flyer. I don't like to fly indoors because indoors is boring to me. But if you take it outdoors, you can have some fun with it. And again, keep in mind your range in this is not very large, so keep it close. And let's Going out of range there. So that's the CX10, Cheerson CX10, great indoor flyer, but also, as many people have seen, shown videos, but it's also a great outdoor flyer too. So, hope you enjoyed this review. Quadcopter 101, signing out.